big up, big up, big up. Welcome, my Reds family. Definitely Reds family in the house. Oh, geez. I see Nigel. Big up, big up. Nigel said he watched the highlights and was impressed. Big up to Lee Wizkid. Lee Wizkid, I did get your message. I was going to text you. I was going to text you back, but I was like, I got the call from JK to make that he was going to be available to do a show. So we started to scramble, and I just figured you'd see the updates. So I'm glad to see that you're here, and I'm glad to see that others are here as well. I see that whether you're on X or whether you're on YouTube, I do really appreciate it. This is a sensation that we're trying to definitely build. I got to speaking with a fellow supporter last night, a fellow Liverpool supporter. He's the official photographer for our supporter club here locally in Phoenix. So we've got some cool things that we're going to work out. We started, talking about some ideas, and we're talking about some. I was telling them some of mine. So we're going to try to put together something cool and innovative for you guys to get involved with. So hopefully you'll see that come out pretty soon. Shout out to Red Armchair Supporter. Big up, big up, big up.
Andy was good.
Yes, Nigel. Yes. So, oh man, it almost felt like these days were long gone, and and anything. I'm not going to go and be like, we are back, people. We are back. I'm not going to go like that. It was West Ham. It was, but there are some things that notably JK pointed out to me, and I have to give him, as always, he's very precise and accurate with his assessments. And it was the simple fact that you can say what you will, but Nuno has played well, was one of the few coaches last year that was able to crack the Arne Slot code. And a West Ham team who I think arguably are on the level of a Nottingham Forest, certainly this year are on that level of a Nottingham Forest, you would think possibly could get a result against us. And we held out. We did it. Bonkers is saying no, he wasn't impressed. It was okay. Wirtz did good, but a win is a win. Gomez man of match. All right. I'll have to remember. I'm going to start that so I remember your man of the match nominee. I would probably think that Cody was the official man of the match. I'll find out for us real quick.
Oh, Wirtz.
It was Wirtz? Okay.
Yeah, Wirtz it was.
Okay.
I think Wirtz
was
busy.
That was the who was so you know how they have two of them? They have like the Standard Charter man of the match, and then they also or the Carlsberg man of the match, and they have like but then they'll have like whatever they'll have like the I don't know, Sky Sport man of the match or whatever, whoever's presenting it.
Wirtz was the Carlsberg one.
Okay. Because that's the one the team gives out.
Yeah, and that's the one Liverpool give out. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Florian Wirtz. Another day, I'm sure people are still I haven't really been hearing the whole 008 or 009 or whatever number he's on now. I think this last game, especially the game against PSV, you saw the fact that there were people that were saying Florian Wirtz was a luxury buy, I guess you could call it, right? But what I would even go further in analyzing it as, sure he was a luxury buy because he was someone that we didn't necessarily need at the time or wasn't someone that we were in the market for per se. But you can see how vital of a role he can play in this team and what his absence means when he's not a part of it. And you might not be seeing the results in GA for him But Florian Wirtz is a very, very important, cog in the machine that is Liverpool, I think. And it was good to have him back.
Yeah, because the two games that we just had and he weren't involved, you could tell there was nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
Today he did this pass to McAllister, bro. It was the softest, delicatest ball, like touch. I don't know if you might remember it. McAllister was right next to him, and I think there was like 2 West Ham players, and the way Wirtz just delicately touched the ball for McAllister to take it. Oh, bro. The guy is so quality. And it's exciting to know that we've got him and Isak on board. That's why I never worry about new signings, bro. It's like, look at Szoboszlai now. Me and you are like me. I weren't Szoboszlai's biggest fan last season. I was a bit disappointed at the end. Now look at him, bro. He's our best player. There you go. And it's as simple as that. I'm not going to do agendas and keep on going on Szoboszlai's back, picking up little bits and bobs of, oh, he's not that great at this and that, just to carry on that. No. You want them players to prove you wrong. And for me, Szoboszlai, fair play to the lad. He's everywhere. Look at that second goal for Gapco. The second goal, it was Szoboszlai who came across, got the ball, passed it to Gomez, and then we got the goal, So, but I just feel that McAllister and Gravenberch have really they're not at it like they were last season. I think they were a bit better today. McAllister did some nice little touches here and there and that, But I feel them two could sort of step it up a little bit more,
And that's, I totally agree. I can see why you would say that too. But it's a different sense. I guess I said I wasn't completely impressed because what was very interesting is they went down 10 men, or we went up a man, and when we really looked at how they played or the approach they took to playing, it wasn't as bad as a Newcastle game. Remember the Newcastle game where we had 10 men, but we were getting at times outplayed by a 10-man Newcastle. Not saying that's impossible, but that's something you don't want to see. Certainly don't want to see, And in this game, it seemed like we were doing more maintenancing to just, we were going to be cool with just getting a 1-0 victory.
Yeah.
Rather than just saying, okay, let's go out and try to push for that equalizer. And I think it was like, this is just my perspective, at least. I think that maybe this coach saw it as, let's get this 1-0 victory, get the clean sheet, and get the W and move on, as opposed to let's go and try to push for that second goal, that goal that kind of seals the door on this game, and possibly open up a window for them to sneak a goal back. I think he's probably seen that happen too often, so he's probably like, all right, let's ease off of it. What do you think? Oh, maybe not. Tell me what you think in the chat. JK's on mute, so I'll ask you guys in the chat. What do you think? Is that kind of how you guys saw the game as well, or because it was a weird game, like, as in, it wasn't like there were times when, even when we were 11v11, there were times where West Ham had decent amount of the ball, and even sometimes during it when we were up 11v10, they still had a decent amount of the ball. So
yeah, but for me, I don't think West Ham were great today. Going into the game, I was thinking, look, this manager last season done us in one game, got a draw in the other, and the way we have been, this is a West Ham win. If you think about it, bro, it should have been a West Ham win today, going into the game. Form-wise, they're a bit on form, they're doing better and stuff, and all they needed to do was, they didn't even try the first half. Second half, they put their foot down a little bit more, but first half, they were non-existent for me, West Ham.
maybe that's why Paqueta kind of went off. He was pissed. I would love to know what he was so angry about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but for me, bro, I wouldn't want a player like that in my team. They could have got an equaliser. You know what I mean? There was about 6-7 minutes left with injury time and that. Actually, no, I would say 15 minutes left because 82nd minute he got sent off.
Yeah.
So you've got 8 minutes there plus injury time, another 4, so 12 minutes or so. They could have got an equaliser, and he sort of messed it up.
They nearly did. I think that was right. I think that was that before, right before. I think he got sent off before that Bowen attempt on goal.
No, but he was sent off before, yeah. Then Bowen
was he sent off before that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Bowen chance for me, that could have gone in. You know what I mean, bro?
I when I saw him have time to connect with it, I was like, oh, here we go. You know, here we go.
Easily.
Big up, Lee. Scouts. We got scouts in the house, people. So big up, big up.
Hi, guys. Everything looks better after the win, eh?
Of course, bro. Yeah. There'll be people still moaning. But I always say like this. For me, I don't care who's the manager of Liverpool. For me, it's all about winning. So today, it weren't about Arne Slot's job. If he lost it, he probably would have lost his job. But if we won, we go on to the next game. We've got to win because for me, getting top 4 or challenging for the top spot, God knows what can happen this season. Football's a crazy game. But we had to win today. It was as simple as that. Because I was getting sick and tired of hearing people moaning.
We had to win. We definitely had to win. I'll tell you this, or ask you this at least. For both of you, we have let me make sure too. Let me get up the schedules in front of me so I can tell you what we have in front of us. So from what the reports were that I was seeing, at least, was that we were going to he was going to have these next 3 games, if not next 2 to next 3 games to secure his position as our coach. And we have Sunderland and Leeds. Sunderland at home, Leeds away. I don't think Leeds is an easy place to play at. I've never been to Leeds, obviously, but I do actually. Leeds, though, was one of the first teams that came to America. They played against DC United, one of the first English teams that I got to meet like the supporter groups and everything for them. Okay. So like I do have a soft spot in my heart for them, you know, because they're nice guys, and we got to, like, you know, drink Boddingtons. That was their drink, at least. And now going to Leeds is not going to be easy, but what I'm hearing, or at least what people are trying to assess, is this Sunderland game is going to be more of is this team finally going to get it together? Is this team finally going to get their act together? And it's weird. I don't know which game you would feel more, you know, a bigger tendency to say that statement towards. I truthfully am leaning towards the Leeds game because I want to see I want to see how we start to really perform away on our away fixtures. Our away fixtures have been horrible this season.
Yeah.
You know, and again, I don't think that, and Leeds is one of those environments where we can go there, we can let in a stupid goal, and all of a sudden we're playing catch up again. And their fans could, like, the energy from their fans can maybe, like, get them a result. So I'm more interested to see but Leeds is a team that we should absolutely handle. Sunderland is a team that we should absolutely handle. Which is the bigger team? Is the bigger game for you? No, go ahead. I'm going to ask you, which is the bigger game for you?
I think we beat Leeds 6-something last time when we played there, if I remember. Was it
Yeah. You're right. Yeah,
6-1 or something like that. For me, it's the next game is always the biggest game. So Sunderland at Anfield, after losing twice in a week at Anfield, it's that one, bro, for me, because it's the next one as well. Clean sheet. again, needed. And I agree with what Lee Wiskid's saying, that the 3 games deadline sounded like journos guessing again. We're living in that's what people are doing now, Lee, bro. Everyone's just guessing, oh, he's got this game and it's over if he don't lose it, this, that, and the other. For me, every game could be his last game. You know what I mean? So why are we putting a little deadline on it? At the end of the day, I just want to win games. It doesn't matter if he's the manager or someone else. If he wins every game until the end of the season now, job done. You know what I mean, bro? But right now, I don't know how long he's going to have left in his job. You know, people just guessing, Carra's guessing. Oh, yeah, he's got this game, and that. Every game could be his last game, man.
You're right about that Leeds game. We beat them 6-0 at home too, though. But we won 6-1 at Leeds. You're right. The last time we played them,
they got a 3-2 against Man City yesterday. They lost, yeah. Away from them.
Yeah. They were getting absolutely. I was watching that game. They were getting absolutely destroyed in that game for a good portion of it, and then all of a sudden, they clicked, and all of they tried. They couldn't get it over. They couldn't get a result, but obviously they did. They did come out and actually. I think it was who had a really big game in that game. Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a very big game. He came off the bench in that game.
Not with a handbag. I've seen that brother with a handbag and everything. I'm like, bro, chill.
No comment on that one.
He probably scored. Actually, he scored with his hand like the other day. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he got a goal cancelled. What game was it? Newcastle game? No, not Newcastle. Who were Leeds playing the other week? He handballed it, bro, and it went in. He was celebrating and everything. It was funny, man.
Jeez. Yeah, so we are now in 8th place. We are 9 points off of the top of the league. Not saying that because I think we are in a title race or something. I'm just saying that's where the top is 9 points above us. 4th place is only 3 points above us, despite the fact that we are so poor this season. We've had such a miserable, what is this, like not even first quarter of the season. We're still only 3 points off of a 4th place berth into Europe. And that is essentially the mark that we've got to hold on to for right now. And eventually, if we can get in talking distance of trying to compete for a title once again, because the league just falls off or something like that, then we'll see. But you got to recognize, I've been saying it, like Arsenal got a 1-1 draw today against Chelsea.
10 men, Chelsea.
10 men, Chelsea, by the way. Yep.
I tell you the truth, the energy Chelsea showed was very impressive. Discipline. It was like everyone was just playing real good. Yeah, it was good. That's what you need in the team. Like today, we weren't as good as that. I ain't saying we was good as that, but we looked a bit like that in that way of being organised, not conceding a goal. Just better organised we were today.
Yeah. I was just. Did you see the Arsenal Chelsea game? By the way, we're going to talk about our game, of course. But
yeah, I seen
Lee,
the
did you see the game too? Did you see the Arsenal Chelsea game, Lee?
I didn't see it. No, the Arsenal Chelsea. No.
Okay. Just one.
It was a good game. Good game.
Yeah.
Aggressive. Like could have been a lot of cards.
Yeah. I've been saying it too. Caicedo is a very talented DM. Possibly, arguably, one of the best DMs in Europe right now. But he likes to put in some hack challenges sometimes that get him in trouble.
Well, the thing is, he gets away with it most of the time. This is his first club red card, bro. So think about that. That's how good he is. Yeah. That's how smart he is. He's a very smart player, Caicedo. He gets things done without you even noticing. First red card, come on. He playing his position as well. Mad.
Yeah.
Mad.
Yeah, but they were trying to give him a yellow card for it, and then they had to go to the VAR to do that. But we're here to talk about our game. We're here to talk about our, let's say it all together, win. I know probably this allows for you to take a deep breath and be able to breathe just a little bit. But 2-0 win away at West Ham may not be a title decider. It may make you say, "Hey, have no mistake. This was an important game. It was an important game because we have to stop the slide somewhere, and especially going on the road to any team is not an easy place to do it. We were a team on the ropes, a manager under siege. There's 9 losses in 12 matches, and yet in London something shifted enough that something we've been begging to see: fight, control, and a little smidgening of identity, and certainly some courage from the touchlines. And I think that's because this coach did some very, very big moves. Tonight we're going to break down Isak's breakthrough moment. Maybe we're going to break down Wirtz's best performance in a Liverpool shirt for a Premier League game. Oh, big up, Lady B in the house.
Oh, best of that.
Big up. We got Red Royalty in the house. Big up. We also are going to do Slot's bold decisions and whether this is a turning point for not only him but this team. And I do think he made some very bold decisions for this game. And we'll do a player ratings as well, and then maybe even break down a little bit more about the game. But was there a turning point in this game for any of you? Was there a part of this game that made you say, oh, this is where the game got interesting for you? Or it's tough, I know.
I think the more Gomez started crossing the ball from the right into the box, made me realize something's coming soon. I said before the game, Isak was going to score. I said that Isak was scoring this game, his first goal for us. I said that. I was like, I just had this vision a few days ago. He's going to score, bro. And he did it. As soon as he scored, and that's what I liked about the finish. You didn't even realize he shot. It was so quick. It was like bang. I was like, bloody hell. Wow. So that was, to me, the turning point, the goal, of course. But it was Gomez sort of crossing the ball from the right, bro, and getting it into the box. It was sort of upsetting them a little bit, and it was giving us, because Isak had that chance, didn't he, where Gapco sort of headed it down to him. And the goalie made a good save out of it. So we were that was for me the sort of turning points when we were sort of creating something in their box. God bless up, Nolante.
Nolante in the house. The big man with the big promotion is in the house. we got big up.
Evening to the chat. Good evening to the chat.
Big up.
Bro. You're repping my sign. Everyone, when we were younger, was too much on the night. I was an Adidas man. Always an Adidas man. Yeah, I was too much on the Nike flex. I was the outside. I was on the Adidas flex.
The same as bro. Never. I never wore. You know what? Check this out. I always bought Adidas football boots. Yeah, played them every year, and then I bought a pair of Nikes, bro, because I just loved how they looked. Done my ankle ligaments. I was like, I knew I shouldn't have got them Nike, bro. Yeah.
Wow.
My foot just stayed in the grass, bro, and I just kept on running. With them, one of them ones where your foot just stays there and you go. That's what happened with the night ones.
The curse of Nike.
No, not saying that. I can't say that.
I got some Predators. I like Predator.
Yeah, there's Predator. Yeah, I was there licking it. Roberto Carlos, Beckham, and that wearing that. But I just go on 12.
Oh, I was gonna say I used to. I do have some Adidas Predators, but I used to rock when I played. I did the Copas. I rocked Copas. Those were my shoes. Even though I play goalie too, I liked how everyone, all my friends that were like like the strikers and all that, and they all wore the Copas.
Oh, the copper, yeah.
Yeah, Coho, yeah. It was sick though.
Mhm.
No, I was just gonna say no. Big up, Lee. How you doing, Lee? You all good, bro?
Yeah, good. Thanks, mate.
Good. Yeah. And JK, I mean, I'll discuss. I'm gonna ask you guys a question actually, but just before I ask you that question, you see with the Adidas, one thing I like at this, when was it? Oh God, it's about 5-6. When I was heavily playing football every week, 6-a-side. Adidas, they had the thing where you can design design your boot, which I love that. Sick. And I had one with the Ghanaian flag with my name just as Nate. Well, my actual government name, obviously, is shortened and the first letter of my surname, and I thought that was sick. And yeah, honestly, mate, those boots do me wonder in some 6-a-side tournaments. Believe me.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
Have you still got them, bro?
Yeah, I still got them. Yeah, there's a I'll show you when we finish. I've got videos. I'll show you. I'll show you. We used to like take videos of 6-a-side games.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it in the group anyway when we're done anyway.
Okay, sorted.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna ask quickly. Sorry, Toph. I know you're gonna go on. And even the chat. I'm just out of curiosity because I was going head to head with one of them. Big up, Red Armchair. Always a pleasure. Louisa Kid, all of you, man. Good people. Gakpo, for you to you, is he a winger or is he an inside forward? Just out of curiosity.
Say that one more time.
Yeah, Cody, for you, is he a winger or inside forward for you? That's to the chat and just to all of you all on the panel.
That's a very good question.
I would say inside forward, bro. Because he don't give me winger vibes. A winger gets crosses in a lot. He don't do that. Today he got a cross in, got a goal. There you go. I've been saying
In
that.
the same way, yeah. In the same way, Mo's really an inside forward. He's not what you'd call a classic winger, is he? Like, he's an inside forward. He's a goal scorer. More than with Cody, it's a little bit different. He's not exactly like Mo, obviously, but I would say he is more of an inside forward than a winger, perhaps. It's the changing of the game, isn't it, these days? The way the formations have changed and roles have changed. There isn't as much emphasis on wingers being wingers anymore and being providers. There's a lot more emphasis on them to score goals now, isn't there, than just to provide goals.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Nalante? I just feel he ain't really a winger for me now.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. That's true, but again, PSV played as a winger, and Slot sees him as a winger. So it depends what I mean. I get definition because the inside forward thing. I find it's hard, isn't it? Because people say, "Oh, Salah." Remember Ransom Bantz, the troll Ransom Bantz said Salah was a number 9. It's just a number 9 playing in the wing, and I don't like that terminology.
Yeah.
Could you maybe say, because I just said I think he's an inside forward playing left wing. And I know that might be, why I would say that is because to me, wingers tend to just be that. They tend to want to stay, they want to provide width. They want to me, I remember a time when wingers would be wide and they would just do crosses. They weren't really trying to cut inside and get into the space that's normally occupied by the strikers. At least was my conception. So so if you have a winger and you have some of your more traditional wingers, at least, that would stay wide, that would that would open up space for the defenders to be able to like run into or get crosses into. That to me was more of a traditional winger. But now, because we, just as Lee said, there's so many players that you try to take advantage of creating that width, but then you also try to, allow for them to have the freedom to go inside, cut inside, and get shots off from there. That's why I would say he's an inside. Because I mean, would you call Mane a left winger or an inside forward? I think he's more of an inside forward than a left winger.
Where I viewed him more as a winger. Weird.
Okay, that's cool.
But
Okay,
this is it.
cool.
This is it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Interesting.
it's the foot they're using. If he was left-footed, Mane, then you say he's a winger straight away, wouldn't you? You know, it's the inside part of it comes into the equation because they're using their right foot because he's right-footed playing on the left. It's a bit of a weird one. It's a weird one, but I love that name, K-Mad Jamie Phyllis.
One guess who that is. I mean, that K-Man, Jamie Phillips, has got the important point in the chat again.
Oh, is it about the future trade, future transfer?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
Love it.
Big up to Norm in the house. Norm is in the building.
Yeah, you cool, bro. I hope you're happy today, Norm. Long time coming. Yeah.
I'll watch Match of the Day later tonight in peace. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm sure you possibly have been to that stadium because I know that the Olympics were held at that state, or some of your events for the Olympics were held at that stadium too.
Yeah.
It's a weird vibe stadium sometimes though, considering versus other stadiums because it had the field open, the Olympics. Yeah, the track. It makes it a little bit different.
For me, it's the upside triangles. They've got upside down triangles for the lights.
For the lights,
yeah. That's some weird shit, man.
Yeah, it's that is rubbish. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been there twice, and wasn't impressed at all.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's it just seems, and it's like because it's such a big stadium, and because the track's there, it kind of separates the crowd from the pitch. It's not like that. Like it doesn't feel like the crowd's like on top of you type vibe for it. So
that's why I like our stadium. It's a proper football stadium in Anfield. You know what I mean? You're right on it. Fans right next to you.
Yeah. Well, let me get into this first segment here before we get into some ratings. We'll start with the moment, and this is not a moment. This is possibly the moment, and that is our number 9 has scored. People, Alexander Isak scores, and Arne Slot grabs him on the touchline, and for a split second, you could see, like, kind of you can see the exhale. You can see the weight of 125 million kind of like dissipate a little bit. I'm not saying it's gone. It's just still people are going to be critics about his performances previously, or him only having the sole goal now. But this wasn't just a goal; it was oxygen, maybe for Isak, for Slot, for maybe our team. And you're going to probably say, "But where did it come from?" Well, it came from Agent Cody, but it also gotta be given credit to Florian Wirtz. I think we've been waiting to see this kid have a very demonstrative performance in a game. I know that some might be like, easy, ease it back a little bit. It wasn't like it was, he had like, 3 assists or 2 goals or something like that. But I mean, it was a good performance by Flo. And it was one where I think we finally got, not finally, but one of the few opportunities we've gotten to see, I think Flo be able to say, we go through Flo, basically. And then his pass, because he had a pass in the Gakpo, the rebound, Isak's finish, the entire sequence, his confidence, IQ, purpose. Wirtz was everywhere, dropping deep, creating the extra midfielder which I like to see him get involved in because he does have defensive capabilities. He was doing one-touch plays. He was dribbling. He was line breaking with some of his movement. This was the Wirtz that we paid, the money, this incredible fee for. And we got to give him credit where credit's due. Slot made the bold calls today. I don't know which one. You can pick which one of these things, which one of these talking points you want to talk about to each one of you. I'll give both of you, or all of you. You got to pick one at least, okay? But Slot made some bold calls today. He dropped Salah. He started Gomez at right back. He shifted Wirtz back to being central. Thank you. And he rotated the front line, and it worked. I'm gonna ask, what was the bigger headline for you? What was the bigger thing for you out of the things out of those things I just mentioned, being Wirtz, being maybe Cody, being being Slot and his bold moves, his bold calls today. What do you think was the big headline for you? Let's go, JK, Lee, and then Alante.
I don't mind talking about Wirtz, bro. Like for me, he did this little touch to McAllister today. McAllister was right next to him, and two West Ham players surrounded him. And he just touched the ball so softly that he went into McAllister's pathway and he carried on with the ball. I was like, yo, that's the quality of this lad. As soon as he did that, bro, I knew this guy was going to be playing great. He's the top player, bro. I've seen him play a lot in Germany and stuff. He scored belters from outside the box. You want to dream about, bro. I mean, some beauties from outside the box. And that's going to come more and more later on. I think maybe he's a bit scared now to just shoot. I want to see him shoot. That's another thing he's got in him. So what's started doing it now? He's sort of scored in that. For me, Wirtz is another goal-scoring sort of midfielder. But for me, I was just happy to see our two big signings have a good game today. Isak wasn't the greatest, but he scored that beautiful goal, bro. What a finish. Red Armchair saying as well. What a goal. So it was good to just see them two guys sort of being involved today and getting us to win,
How about for you, Lee?
I was just glad that we made a few changes. Glad that it worked out for Arne. The changes, bringing Joe in, bringing Wirtz back in, having moving Dom over. I'm just glad that it all worked for Arne today. I'm really pleased for him that it worked out. And carry on. That it isn't just a one-off. I hope we can carry on now. It's going to be hard because Sunderland have started the season well, but if we can get a draw, I'm not going to talk about us coming back into the title race anymore. I do think that might have gone the title, but there's no reason we can't still have a good season and recover from where we were. Hopefully this is the beginning of it. I'm just really pleased for Arne today, 12th, that his changes worked out and that he had enough confidence to make them. A couple of them calls needed making and he made them.
Yeah, you got to give him credit for, I mean, criticize him when he makes the wrong decisions, but you got to give him credit for when he makes the right ones. I think that's only fair. We'll put this.
Yeah, I agree with Lee about Gomez starting right back. I was just a bit surprised that you had three centre-backs on the pitch at the same time, bro. I was totally shocked after not playing Gomez in every game because just in case Canati or Virgil or something happens, he's there. And today he was like, fuck that, I'm going to play all of them. And to tell you the truth, Gomez was, for me, the outlet on the right. He was always available. There was no Salah in front of him who could pass to. So he was the lad who had to bomb down and cross the ball, bro. And he did it. And it's as simple as that. That's why in one way I was happy that Gomez started, because I was thinking, you know what, Gomez, if he can just run down that right wing, defend, but get down that right wing and cross the ball, it's going to be good for Isak or whoever's in the box, So that was good. Enjoy your dinner, Bernard.
Yeah, it's saying the same. Enjoy your meal. Bernie.
Enjoy Bernie.
what was yours, Lalonte? Was it Slot's bold decisions? Was it Florian Wirtz having a boss game, or was it maybe Agent Cody, who got involvements, the two goal involvements?
I think they're all key. I'll focus on his bold decisions. I think with Joey, I think Ramsey had a knock. So Calvin Ramsey had a knock, so he had to play him unless he's gonna go with the usual Sobo Curtis Jones right back, which he had to stop. But I don't want him to just so he had to play him. But really and truly, Ibu needs to be dropped because Ibu's lucky. There's so many injuries at the moment, but I want to see if Slot does that. But I will give him credit that fact that not only drop him, Mo. I mean, he can. Of course, he's never going to tell you what he wants. What he wants us to hear. He's going to say, "Oh, there's games and da 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 da." But the fact that you didn't put him on, I rate that because
he didn't play.
He didn't play at all. I rate that because he needs to buckle up. And again, it's not just Mo really, but I know there's focus on him. But yeah, I mean, McAllister, there's a few players that were lucky to even play the game. Really, if I'm honest, to start. And one or two still didn't do themselves justice, but others came to the fore. So yeah, and it was different, and it just gives you an insight what this team's going to be like without Mo. It's just a little glimpse,
I do have a segment set up for tomorrow. Is this the start of a life without Mohamed Salah? Look, we're going to have to get there eventually. I'll get more into the segment tomorrow
when he's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get into. Is this the beginning of the era of the Salah era of being over for us? But but I would I'll save most of a good majority of it for tomorrow. But I do think that again, I honestly do think that we should start to evolve into this. I would like to see two strikers be involved in our format. Obviously, you all know what my idea of the 4-4-2 diamond is for us, but yeah, it could be a phasing out, and we'll see. We shall see. Before though we get into that, should Slot continue to rotate Salah for tactical purposes, or do you think this is going to be just circumstantial in the sense of we have Sunderland coming up next, and I've heard other people say it, and I kind of feel the same too. I think that Slot will revert back to starting Salah in the game against Sunderland. What are your thoughts? Do you think he's going to? Because I mean, he's not going. I understand him not subbing him in today. I also understand that considering the response he got from subbing Salah into a game late once before, let's just avoid that show and move on to the next and make the decision as to what you're going to do with his playing time. Excuse me. But should Slot continue to rotate Salah for tactical purposes, or are we going to see him revert back to Salah starting? Maybe this was like his wake-up call to Salah to be like, hey, get your head in the game, because we don't have Salah soon enough. There's only there's talk about Egypt's going to be starting their camp for AFCON a week earlier than previously scheduled. So they're starting their camp December 1st. Now it doesn't really mean that that Salah is going to be called into camp early and he's going to go or something. But they are putting together their camp. December 1st is when Egypt is meeting. So we could be seeing very few of him, considering that Sunderland game is December 3rd. What are your thoughts, Lee, on that one? I don't know if you're making a peanut butter sandwich or not, but
no.
Okay, all right, just making sure.
Getting a cup of tea. A peanut butter sandwich that looks like a cup of tea. I think,
you don't do jelly. Wait, real quick though. You don't do jelly on your peanut butter sandwich? You eat straight.
No, I've never liked that. It's too sweet for me. Peanut butter and jelly, or jam as we call it. It's too much for me.
Yeah,
I like either or, peanut butter or Jello.
isn't it? It must be jelly. It must be jelly because jam don't shake like that or something. Isn't that how it does?
Do you call it jelly?
That's a different story. It's a different story.
Jello shit. Anyway, I think he should go for the same team again. I was against Sunderland. I'd like to see the same 11 just because it worked. And sometimes they say that, don't change your winning side. So I'd carry on that way. As for Mo winning his place back, he'd be off to AFCON soon enough, won't he? I'm not that worried about him. I think, he'll be okay with, being dropped for the odd game. I'm not sure how many games he's got left until he leaves for AFCON now. Maybe just a handful, a few. But I will keep on. I'll keep on with that lineup against Sunderland and possibly against Leeds if he thinks he can stretch it to 3 games in a row. The same starting lineup because it worked and nothing's worked for a while.
It hasn't
anyway.
Follow-up question real quick then. You say it worked. So do you see this working for us going forward? This is the turnkey solution to us starting to pull something out of the season, is what he did today?
Possibly. I mean, I've got nothing against that lineup starting on the regular, especially once Mo's gone, if he wanted to keep it that way. I mean, for me, though, like Nalanti was saying about Canate's been in poor form and lucky not to have been dropped. Well, he is someone that could possibly be dropped when Frimpong or Bradley then returns and Gomez moves inside. After sharpening himself up at right back and getting back into his match-playing fitness groove, he could then move inside and Bradley or Frimpong could play. We'll have to wait and see. I see what Ibu pulls out of the bag form-wise over the next couple of matches because we've heard that his big move to Real Madrid might not be happening now, or looks like it might not be happening. So he's got to step up a little bit, or else Joe will have his place, I would imagine, and I would hope. I think that would be right as well. Would be reasonable. When I say it'd be right, I'm not saying it's going to make all the difference. What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with doing it. There's nothing harmful or shameful about dropping it, just as there isn't with Mo or any other Liverpool player who isn't performing. Doesn't matter who it is. If they're not performing, then they can't be undroppable. You can't have undroppable players.
I'm gonna ask his son Nigel's comment. Sorry about that. I'm gonna ask Nalante this question then, because I was asking Lee that particular question simply because, again, I stated it earlier, I'm happy with the win. I wasn't impressed by the win because West Ham is a team that we should beat like we did last year, like 5-0 or something. We beat them 5-0, I believe, at West Ham last year. we should be able to really put goals comfortably in against them. And it's 3 points. I'm not disputing that as well at all. All due respect to, by the way, to the king, to Elvis, by the way, always. But what I was going to ask Nolante is, I get that was a bold move by dropping Salah today, but for me, I'd rather see this coach still figure out a way to get the most out of our best players. Salah, despite anyone saying he's had a drop off or he's not the player he used to be or whatever those conditions, I still think that Salah is one of the best players in the world. And I think that you can figure out a way to maximize your production out of Salah. Not playing him at all is not the solution, you know. But what do you think, Malante? Is that maybe being too critical of our coach and what he needs to do with our top players? Oh, Malante's not here. I'm sorry. I'll ask that to JK. I just want to see okay.
First things first, the amount of disrespect I've heard regarding Salah in the last few weeks shows me the appreciation of the common man, you know. Like, when a guy like that helped us win, like, he got 60% of the goals last season, something like that, to win us the league. He goes through a rough patch. Very close to Jota. It affected him. Because he knew Jota, because as soon as Jota came into the club, he was there, Salah. So him, Virgil, they all knew him pretty well. And people disrespect him so badly because he has a few bad games. That is, for me, that's a bit too much, man. You know, you could say, you know what, he isn't at the races, he just can't get his feet right, whatever. But don't take it to that level where it's disrespectful. Same goes for Slot as well. You know, the people, what they say about him, I'm like, God, these ain't Liverpool fans for me. But for me, Salah, bro, I think today him watching the game might have gave him a bit of, maybe he was dying to play, maybe, you know, we don't know. But it would have been good for him just to sit out a game or two, just for his aura, just to chill the aura around him. Oh, Salah's not great, this, that, and the other, you know? And it's good to try something else as well then. You know, for me, I love Salah, bro. What a player, you know? Like, for today, imagine it was Isak up top with Salah, not Gapco. What do you reckon would happen in the game, bro? I was thinking about that. You know, I imagine it was just Gapco and imagine it was Salah and Isak started. Would we have played better? Would we have played worse? What do you think?
I think that you know what, I'll be as bold to say this. Despite the fact, I mean, we won't know until maybe, you know, the Sunderland game. But I'll be as bold as to say that I think that truthfully, including a player like Gomez today was such an important transition, twist, you know, tweak of the system. It was such an important inclusion of a player. I think that fits the real role that we need from our right backs until we get it involved where these right backs are going to be the right wing backs that they naturally are, which is like, you know, going forward and staying wide and getting in crosses. If we're going to have a right back that we're going to have to rely on defensively and occasionally going forward as well, I think that having Gomez would have possibly allowed for Salah to get more in touch with his game. It's just you know, it's just my opinion. And the simple reason why I'm saying that is because we already know he doesn't track back and this and that. But having that right back that is kind of slotted into a more defensive position where he's not going to get played out of, or get caught out, it will allow for Salah to kind of cheat. It will allow for Salah to kind of be more free and wide open and not have to worry about tracking back and providing that kind of pressure. I would like to see Salah start to emphasize his counter press once more and be more influential in that portion of his game. But I honestly do think that Salah, I think we could have maybe unlocked something for Salah today if we had, simply because I just think Joey at right back is that much of a difference maker for us. And unless we have like Bradley on, all his P's and Q's, chances are we're not going to be able to get that out of Salah. Maybe that's just my opinion. Do you think elsewise? Nalante's back. Do you think elsewise, Nalante? The question was originally for you anyway. So,
yeah, I mean, it would help. It help Mo in terms of maybe being trusting his accountability. But I don't know. I thought it would have helped, but I just think Mo's just out of form. I think whether Gomez or this person at back person, he's just out of form, and he just needs to get himself out of the mud. At times, the fullbacks will take care of themselves, and yeah, it doesn't help when you got injury. He knows Bradley quite a bit now, and he was still playing poor when Bradley started. Frimpong is different, and Joey, so yeah, I don't think it's a question of if he was, playing under Joey, it would have happened. I think he just needs to get out of his own funk and be the mode that we know he can be, for me.
Do you think that having maybe, because Bradley isn't obviously a pace merchant, but do you think maybe once we do get Frimpong back, that could open up another portion of Salah's game too?
Maybe, but it's just, maybe. But again, it's how the team's set up, because, again, Frimpong defensively, for me, is not great. Bradley is better, but Bradley sometimes, has his moments also, as we've seen. But, yeah, it could be. It just really depends. It really depends. For me, I don't think it's a question of the right back thing it will help. I think it's just a question of him getting out of his own slump, regardless, for me.
Okay. Well, deep breath, my Reds, deep breath. Breathe in, breathe out. You say woosah, maybe. Namaste. I don't know, something like that. We've talked about this story. Now we'll talk about the performance, certainly, because numbers don't lie and neither do ratings. So let's get into some ratings for these players. And some of these ratings might shock some, but let's get into some of these ratings off the bat. Let's just see what you guys are thinking on. Wax on, wax off, for sure. Yeah.
Yes. No one's done.
Shine the floor. Yeah.
No one's done. You must eat and sleep well.
You got to give him credit. The guy had him he got him to fix up his whole backyard and all his cars. All right.
Cool.
And and all under the guise of teaching them kung fu. All right. Interesting. All right. Let's start off. Ali. Ali had. He didn't have a shot on that.
He could have made that 3 goals, didn't he, bro?
Yeah. He did. He did get involved in crosses, though. I will say this real quick, and then I'll open up to the panel to get the ratings. It was a little scary when he went up for a punch to punch the ball.
Yeah. And
Gomez kind of got underneath him a little bit, and he kind of looked like he might have tweaked his back a little bit. I was just Ali and his fitness now. Unfortunately, I never really had a concern about his fitness in his early years with the team. Obviously, time is undefeated against us all, and it is getting scary about the fragility that sometimes he has with his health. But Yeah, when I saw him, go down for a quick second, I was like, "Oh man, please
Yeah.
don't be out again."
Yeah, I was the same. But I'm just happy he was in goal, bro. As soon as I seen his name, I got this security feeling that, yeah, we're sound today. No disrespect to Mohamed
That's especially
Ashwili.
why. No, but you're absolutely right. I can agree with that completely.
It's just a different, him and Gomez. As soon as I seen them two names, I was like, okay, better, So I'll
Okay,
give him
so
7 because he kept a clean sheet.
okay. Go ahead. What do you give him, Lee? You can give us your scores in the play along in the chat if you want to. By the way, with your scores.
Who are you asking me for?
The referee, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say the referee. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything witty, so that's why I just kept it truthful.
Allison, bro.
Allison, right? Okay, Allison. I'll just give him a 7. He didn't have a lot to do, did he? Thankfully.
Okay. Yeah. Luante.
Yeah, Ali's solid, not much there. I'll give him a 7.
Wow. Ali 7 from Nems. I feel bad I gave him a 6, but okay.
No,
All
that's
right.
fine.
Well,
6
for me,
is fine.
7 is a clean sheet. If you get a clean sheet, standard number is 7. Like 6
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
You know what I mean? 7 sounds better than 6.
Yeah. I guess, yeah. Okay. I just thought because I just gave him a 6 only because he didn't have much to do at all, really. He got like a clean sheet by like the fact that they didn't have a shot on goal. All right. This next player is a player that a lot of us have been shouting out to get involved in this team for time. I understand that some of it has been because he is not always available. I understand that sometimes maybe other choices are more healthy at the moment, or maybe even more informed. However, if I'm not going to see him at right center half, which is the role I really want to see him in, I was so happy to see that we had Joe Gomez in right back, considering it meant that we weren't going to see the Dami Sabasali or the Curtis Jones experiment in right back.
Thank
today.
God. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Joey G, reliable, physical, composed, assisted Cody, started the move for Isak, and reminded everyone he's still a defender, a defend first defender, basically. I gave Joey a 7 today. What would you give Joey Nalate? You can. I'm sure you're going to go higher than him.
Yeah, you know this. Yeah. A 10 for saying hi to the haters.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I am not a Joey G hater, by the way. You know that.
No, you. No, I wasn't referring to you, Tuff. Why would that? No.
Oh, I thought because I gave him I gave him a 7.
Oh, no. I'm just saying anyone in general that's hating on Joe G. No, not you. No. Don't worry, man. Tuff, you're off the fire of line, chain of fire.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't give half numbers too. But you're more than welcome to give 7. You can go 7.3, 7.5. Do whatever you feel like doing in the chat. I'm just rounding up or rounding off.
Sure. Like I said, man, glad to see him back on the pitch. I'm glad to think Slot remembered him. But I'm just a bit skeptical. They only played him because Ramsey was injured and he knew he couldn't go back to the sub-bowl. Jones right back scenario. I think that's what it is. But regardless of that,
well, do you think he would have got if he had done that? Do you think that and we had lost hypothetically? Do you think that would have been a sackable offense? Like if you had seen this guy go and say, you know what, 3rd time's a charm. There's something like that with Curtis Jones in the right back, would that have been a sackable offense? That possibly would have been. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't take that no more. I don't want to hit your dinner right back.
Yeah.
In the game, if it happens, you get a red card, whatever. Yeah, do it, no problem. But let's start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've
No, I
got right
think
backs available, exactly. Yeah, even
Yeah.
if they ain't played, then play them. Jesus, play them in a position. Pretty simple, but who are we? Who are we? We're just Liverpool supporters with our opinions.
I'll give Gomez
But
an 8, bro. I will.
Give him an 8. All right.
You know why, bro? What do you give him, Lalante?
no, same man. He was solid. I mean, no
Solid.
change on Bowen either side. Solid. The assist. He just looked. He rampant. Right and left and right on the right back situation. Defended. Yeah, man. Like I said, VVD. Not that VVD has his favourites, but Joey's his favourite for a reason. It's one of his best friends off the pitch, man, and then compatible, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Calming. 8. So I'll give him 8 as well, bro, because for me, first game in 15 years. And he just slotted in nicely, and he did what I wanted him to do: cross the ball into the box from the right side.
Yeah.
There you go, and he kept a clean sheet. So for me, first game in years, felt like it. 8 out of 10, sound. And he calmed. The defense seemed calmer today. Did you notice the energy between the defense? It was so calming today. I ain't seen that in long time. And it was so nice. Even Kirkes, bro, we'll talk about him in a bit. But Gomez added to that sort of calmness, I think.
That's it. There hasn't been much calm of late for us as fans or for us as for the team. When we've been defending, we've looked all over the place at times, and we didn't today.
Big up, Dara.
And it was just great that as much as Arne talks about other players playing in positions that isn't their position, that we finally went back to just using a defender as a defender today instead of shutting the midfielder back there. In the old days, like when a team had right back injuries and no right back fit, it would be a centre back more often than not. That where I played there, a centre back who could also play full back and had done earlier in his career, etc., etc. But that was one of the big things today. That we played a defender there because it is a defensive position at the end of the day, full back. You have got to be able to defend first, and defending is what Joey does best. That's his game, to defend. And hopefully this is the start of something new for the back line and for the team in general. Now that we can start to look a bit more solid, and that definitely made a big help today, didn't it?
Bless up, Dara. How you cool?
Yeah,
all right. Well then,
and Nems LFC.
Well then, before we go to our center halves, then let's just go to the other side. Then, Kirkes, controlled today, disciplined today. I think this was a very good progressive week for him. I'm going to give Kirkes a 7.
About right.
You guys
Yeah.
give
Same
him.
as. Yeah. Calm, simple. He went flustered. Virgil sort of congratulated him.
Hello?
Yeah, right.
That was Virgil himself calling up to confirm that he did congratulate Kirkes after the game on his performance. But yeah, he did well, Kirkes, didn't he? The whole defence when you get a clean sheet, and he was one of them today. So yeah, I'm pleased for him. I don't think any of us have only a handful of fans have said, he'll never work out. I think we all agree that sometime in the future, it'd be a really good left back for us. It's just been taking a little bit of time. In the same way that Florian Wirtz will hopefully be a good player for us, and Alexander Isak. Just because he hasn't had the most auspicious of starts. Milos Kirkes doesn't mean that he's a dud and that he's a complete and total failure long term. Just means he's had a few issues adjusting. So, I was very pleased for him. I'd give him a 7 myself. Yeah,
okay. I didn't feel like it did feel like a new signing. That is true, Dara, with Gomez. And with Kirkes today, it felt like a fresh signing. It felt like a fresh, like, oh, okay, this is the player that we finally really are optimistic to see where he'll continue to evolve into. Nalante, did you give a rating for Kirkes?
Yeah, I thought one thing just to add quickly about Kirk is that Arne, and it's not rocket science, bro. There was no inverted movements. He was on the left.
Exactly. Yeah, the same
There was no
along with
inverted.
same
Yeah.
with Gomez too.
Yeah, so just let him be what he's good at. He's not hard. I know Slot needs to stop over complicating things.
I don't know why he wants to continue to do that too. By the way, if he sees it's
just
not
let him be.
working, he sees things are taking advantage of us.
Yeah, I
Work
don't
it out.
understand. I don't know. Yeah, same time. I don't understand. But I hope this is a lesson for him to learn these last couple of months how bad we've been. Just let the players be what they be. Like I said, he was left back of the season, team of the season for a reason. Let him be what I want to be. And yeah, he was better. It's only one game, but better. 7.
Right. It's a starting point for me. It's like this. It's a starting point. It's rather than regression, it's progression, and that's the positive that I can look into it from. All right. How about we move on to our center halves? Let's start with Ibu. This is probably one of his better outings we've seen from him. Maybe the Real Madrid ending their interest maybe has helped him refocus to be like, okay, well, if Real doesn't want me, and if I F around and find out that I'm going to keep giving out performances like I've been giving at Liverpool, he might be looking for a job rather than having people offer him jobs. So maybe he's like woke up and said, worked out, just playing this game, playing the game that we know Ibu can play. I gave Ibu a 7 out of 10 today. What do you guys? What's your rating for Ibu?
About 7 as well, bro. Much better. Concentrated, kept a clean sheet. Mm-hmm. That's what you asked for, you know what I mean?
That's all you can ask for. Guess that's who was calling.
For the JK.
Yeah, I guess so. Go ahead, Nalante. You want to give your rating?
I'm going to be. A lot of people are going to disagree with my rating. Yes, we got the clean sheet. He was better, but he still had one or two shaky moments on the ball for me. But he's better. But I just think he just needs to be dropped. But again, because of these injury scenario, he's getting away with it. But he was better. But a 6 for me.
Okay, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to hear? Do you want to hear some stats to maybe influence you a little bit, or no?
Go for it. Yeah, if you want. I know you're trying to push it.
No agendas. No agendas. I'm overly critical. Yeah, no, only saying that because I'm overly critical on Ibu myself.
Yeah.
6 out of 6 aerial duels. He was 1 out of 3 for his ground duels. 2 fouls. Had 0 times he was dribbled past. 10 clearances, 2 block shots, 4 recoveries. What was his passing? His passing was down actually. Than the numbers it normally is, but 83%. He was 59 out of 71 for his passing. So, okay game. 6 out of 10 is fair. I get you. How about for you, Lee?
I give him 6.5.
6.5. Yeah, you know how I love my stats for an Archer supporter.
It's time for that. Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
I think JK is indisposed for a second.
Yeah,
All right, let's
Isak.
just let's go on then to my captain, your captain, our captain, Mr. Virgil van Dijk. Not heroic today. Didn't have to pull off some, captain, that's a captain's goal or anything like that. I thought he had a solid game. I think the anger that we saw out of him, I think, was connected to our team at moments doing something of what like Nolante spoke on, which was having a little bit of like, lapses, like concentration lapses, and he got a little angry. But I gave BVD a 7. What'd you give him, Lee?
7.
7. All right. Nante?
6.5. Didn't really have much to do. West Ham weren't really threatening. He had a chilled day, but yeah, 6.5.
Okay. Looks like, yeah. I think Dara gave him a 6. Okay. So everyone's like around 6 to 7, something like that, around there. Okay. All right. Let's move into the midfield then. Midfield. I'm gonna rip this Band-Aid off. I gave Dominic Szoboszlai a 6 out of 10 today. I think that this was an average day at the office for Dom. Not saying that it was a bad day. I'm just saying that it was, or that he was horrible or something like that. But I am saying that I would have liked to have seen him been a little bit more involved. He worked hard, as he always does, but he had limited effectiveness kind of today, I would go as far as to say. So that's why I gave him a 6 out of 10. Normally he's been man of the match for the majority of our games this season. But I thought he was just average today. Well, and look, that's me talking about a player that I like. So I'm being impartial. Lee, what was your rating for Mr. Dominic Szoboszlai, the boss?
I'd give him 7.
Okay. 7. All right. Nolante?
Yeah, I agree with you. 12-6 wasn't his usual, but he still did his bit in the midfield, worked hard and tried. But yeah, a little bit more quieter, but still effective. Still did his work for the team. So I agree with you. 6.
6. Yeah. Okay. You know how it is. Dominic brings apples to class for Lee, so he's giving good grades. Anyhow. How about for? Let's start with McAllister. Let's do McAllister. This was not a vintage McAllister. This wasn't a vintage Macca performance and any readings. I know a lot of people have been very and openly critical and rightfully so critical of McAllister this season. He's had more off than on games, but today I thought he was pretty steady. Helped manage the game late, I think. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10, though. If Dom got a 6, I think he deserved a 6. Maybe you got him lower. I'll ask, or maybe you got him higher. I'll ask that of Nolante. What's your rating for McAllister?
Yeah, I agree. 6. He was a little bit more involved in the game, but nothing really to note. There's one cross he could have done better. When he done some good move on the left to set Isak, but yeah, he had the ball more. Nothing really major. Just 6.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like 5 from Norm and a 5.5 from Dara. Okay.
I'm not mad at that.
No. Lee, what were your feelings about Mr. Maka on the ball today?
Thought he was okay. I give him 6.5.
6.5. Okay. All right. I think JK will probably let us know when he's back. So, Grav, I guess we gotta. That's what it all comes down. Considering it is the holidays and we just had Thanksgiving.
Put it on the
So, there you go.
turkey.
You had to. I had to drop that one, right?
Hey, come on, man. That's perfect time. Happy Thanksgiving to yourself, 12th, Dara, all the States viewers over there. Hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Yeah, it's already. I mean, it's funny over here. I know you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but like over here, it's Thanksgiving, but with all the Christmas decorations you're already starting to see, you would think it's Christmas already. So it's kind of wild. All right, but gravy. Has some good driving runs. Had positive energy. I think he was like in tune with this game today. You could see that maybe he was like a little bit more confident to try some of the things that he's like been obviously basing his game off of. I gave Grav a 7. What would you have given him, Nolante?
Well, first 25 minutes, Grav was a bit not 100% with it. A few sloppy passes, which got me frustrated. But he grew into the game and became the gravy that we know, driving the ball, more interception on the ball, just thinking forward. So he improved. You know, we need him back to play he is, because he's been a bit poor average the last two. He's been a bit sloppy. So this is more like it, a bit more 7.
Okay, all right. I don't know what eat emu for Christmas, Lee. That was a suggestion for you. Songs 4K says Grav 1 in 6 long passes completed. Needs to be more precise. Okay.
Yeah, true. We'll improve on that. I agree. He improved that, but at least he's looking for the long passes. That's putting another bow to his game. So we'll improve on that. But 100%.
Let's see. 58 out of 65 for his passing. He was 1 for 6, as was earlier stated. 33 out of 35 in his own half, 25 out of 30 in opposition's half. But he was 89% accuracy with his passing.
Oh.
Some of that is, you got to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah,
that's the thing, isn't it?
Some of it's just side to side passes.
Passes,
get counted in that. Okay, Lee, what'd you have? What was your rating for?
Come on, Lee.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7 today.
Okay, 7. 7-11. It is 7-7. Yeah.
Who was that for, bro?
That was for.
He sniffed the gravy. There you go. He smelled the gravy. He's back.
I said I need to talk about him. I think Gavin Birch, he looked good in pieces. He's like, he played good, but I know he can play much better. So I'll give him a 6.
Okay. Bonkers gave him a 6. You gave him a 6. All right. All right. Lee's talking, or Lee and Norm are talking about something else. All right, let's get into who oh man, for some was the man of the match, possibly. I tried to get some people to give me their man of the match earlier, but I only got one nominee so far. But this guy is certainly a nominee for man of the match, Florian Wirtz. He was a true conductor today. I'm glad to see that Slot was bold enough to put him in the central role and not try to play him out left and hide him on the wing or something. Sharp, expressive, confident. Statement performance, I'd go as far as to say. 8 out of 10 is what I'm going to give our German maestro. What would you like to? I'll let the other man that resides in Germany at least.
Yes.
For me, bro, I'll give Wirtz an 8 as well.
Okay. All right.
I think he played good.
Okay. How about for you, Lee?
7.5.
Ooh. He didn't bring you any apples, huh? All right.
I want to keep it like around a sort of similar thing for most of the midfields.
Okay.
Because the counting with the midfields was like.
Didn't you already? You gave out? Didn't you? Did you give out an 8 already? Didn't you give an 8 out?
No, I gave Dom a 7, Mark a 6.5, Grant a 7, and I'm giving Wirtz a 7.5.
Okay, so he's like your highest rating so far.
Yeah, he's my highest rating midfielder, but not like massively so. He's not like way out in front of the others, marks wise.
How about versus passing was really, really talented today, by the way. You're right about that. His passing was 93% today. 93%. Very, very good. He had only one key pass, but it was still 93%. How about for you, Nwante?
Einen viert und gut sagen, sonst weiß uns ins Weins und ins Wirt und wir wird vor dem Wörts mit Weichens mit Weizens und Geizens und Wirt und.
Yeah, pretty much.
8.5. 8.5.
8.5. I got you. All right.
8.5. Man in the match. Man in the match.
There
In
you
other
go.
words, ladies and gentlemen, I'm translating in it to man in the match.
Man of the match.
He was
That's what
cooking.
that means.
He was cooking, man. His ball retention, that was his best game for us by a mile. Better than the Real Madrid game. Better than the Real Madrid game for me. He should have scored. I forgot who's it? Cody set him up. Who's it? Cody set him up. I forgot the chance. Yes, das Boot und wir unter der gleichen Star. White, Wirt. But in all seriousness, but in all seriousness, no, it was his best game. It's just a shame he didn't get the goal. He should have buried that, and he made some lovely balls. Cody, I don't know what he's doing with his feet, tangled man. He cut some 2 daisy cuts. He should have got assists, but he just needs goals and assists now. But apart from that, he was control, and he was just one. I was ashamed that Slot took him off. I wanted him to stay the full 90, but
We were lucky to see him fit, though. I think that's
that's true. You're right. He's just come back, isn't it? So yeah,
he
but
just came back.
he was the man in the match today, and long may it continue. I just don't want him to see 0 goals and assists, man. I just want that to change. But yeah, 8.5.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that. Yeah.
Let's go to Alexander Isak. I think you can still see some of the rust with that shot that he, kicked a field goal with, but the goal was a massive accomplishment for him this season, simply being that it gets that monkey off his back type situation, season defining, potentially being that he finally got a goal on the road, and it was a very well taken goal, by the way. Very well taken goal. I'm still going to give Alexander Isak a 6, though. I think he could do more. I just thought he could do more. Maybe I'm being harsh. Let me double check. Looking at some of the stats, maybe see if I got something in here that could push it up. Got an XG of 1 point. And actually a 0.73, but an expected goals on target of 1.28. Only 3 shots. We've got to do something. We've got to do something more than that with our strikers. We can't have our strikers getting 2-3 shots a game. That's criminal. But all right, let me see what the rest of the panel thinks. JK's on mute, so I'll go to Lee. What do you think?
Who we on to now?
Gosh.
Isak, Alexander the Great.
Alexander the Great.
Oh, what a finish! What a finish! He's got to get a decent enough mark. I know he wasn't wonderful. It was a great finish, and it set us on the way to 3 points. And that's what we bought him for, that type of finish, isn't it? Like, no messing around. Keeper nonplussed, totally taken out the game. I'll give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay. All right. Let's get JK because JK's got to go.
Okay, bro.
How about give us your rating for Isak and Cody, and that way we'll have it on paper.
I'll give Cody 9, goal and assist. You can't ask for more. Isak, goal. I'll give him an 8. Just because he scored his first goal in the Premier League.
It's a high rating. Okay. 8 for Isak. Okay.
That's what goals get, yeah. Higher ratings.
Higher ratings. That's what they do. All right. No
Take care, guys.
Definitely. Big up. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, Nolante, Lee. Peace, bro.
Nolante, let's just focus on Isak. What was your rating for Isak?
I'm torn. You're right. I'm torn between the 7 and 6.5. A little bit more involved in the game. You know, we were trying to feed him more. You know, which is a good sign. You know, obviously he should have buried that chance, the first chance. You know, the balloon shot, and the second one, Cody was a good save from Arioli. He could have had a hat trick today, and obviously, you know, the Cody.
Yeah, all 3 of his shots could have been scores. Yeah.
Or
should have been scores at least. That.
Yeah, so you see, and he done 1 or 2 good runs, you know, dribbling, running the ball, attacking the finish. That's the Isak, you know. But yeah, there's still a lot more to come from him, and yeah, still a lot to improve. I do want, you know, I know I just want to see 90 minutes from him and Wirtz. To be honest, I just want to see them. But you know, so 6.5.
Okay. Dropping half scores. The wins can do a lot to your the people. All right. Let me change up my background real quick. Change up my background because this next player is someone. There we go. All right. There you go. Mr. Cody Gakpo, or Cody Hakpo, if you say in Dutch. What was your rating for Gakpo? Goal and assist today. Sneaky, some call him sneaky with the GA. Because somehow he's almost like he gets GA like similar to how like Mo gets it. He'll go a game where he's not involved the way you want to see him be involved, and all of a sudden he shows up and gets a goal or an assist. I think he works though. I do think that Cody works. There's times that I wish he could work more, certainly there's times I wish he could put a little bit more of a defensive effort in, or put a little bit more emphasis towards trying to expand the pitch a little bit by putting in some good better runs. But I definitely don't think that Cody's lazy. What was your rating for Cody, Lee?
E. 7.
7. Okay. Latte?
Yeah, it's a difficult one because I don't think Cody was great, but obviously he wasn't poor, of course, but he's good. But I mean, good finish. I mean, Cody finish what he does if he's on it, and the assist was good. So, but there's times he was just sloppy with his passing and his control. He needs to do better during the game. But he hung in there. I'll give him that. He hung in there, and he got what he does. So 7.5 for me.
Okay. Wow, Wynn's got Nolante feeling like generous. All right. I mean, like, I'm not giving half scores. I'm giving just whole.
Oh yeah,
whole
just
numbers.
yeah. I'm
You
just.
don't have to. No, I'm just saying so that when
Right.
someone says, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, why wouldn't you rate him this or that?" I'm just saying. I'm just giving out easy grades here.
Yeah.
I gave Cody a 7. If I was only because if I gave Florian Wirtz an 8, I don't think Cody had the same level of a game as Florian Wirtz. But I definitely think he had a good game. I don't think he had a poor, subpar, or average game.
No.
I think he had. You got to give credit for where credit's due. The assist wasn't exactly some spectacular assist, but it's an assist all the same.
Yeah.
And then, but his second goal, the second goal for us, was a very, very good shot. I thought that the way he was able to chest it down, and as soon as he's got one of those, like, I don't know if it was a Spurs game that he got injured doing this move, but he's got such torque that he puts on his shots from that like swivel move that he does, where he'll like be able to keep the ball inside of his circumference. Yeah. And is able to just swing and on like a pendulum type thing, like this swing and just absolutely hammer the ball. And it says as long as it's on target, even the goalkeeper catches it, he's going into the goal with the ball, I thought he infuriates you, but he can be effective too. So real quick, let's just give all the ratings for substitutions if we can. Just give all 3 of them for yourselves. I'm gonna say Ekitike a 6. I'm gonna give Curtis I kind of want to say 5, but because I don't want. I just realized what the numbers are, but I give Curtis Jones a 6 as well, and I'll give Andy Robertson a 6. What was your ratings for the 3 subs, Milante? Ekitike, Jones, and Robbo. I'll ask Lee because Milante's on hold.
Really? Yeah, I think it's fair to give them pretty much the same mark. Made the same amount of effort. Yeah, 6 for the subs.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if I would rate Robbo actually, because Robbo only played like
None. NA.
5-10 minutes.
NA. Yes. Yeah. Can't really give him anything.
And it would have been nice. I wonder why he had sub off Kirkes now that I'm thinking about it. So I don't think he gets credit. I don't think he gets because he's subbed off, he doesn't get a clean sheet.
Mm.
Like you have to start and finish the game to get a clean sheet.
Yeah.
So it would have been, nice for Kirkes to be a part of a clean sheet for us. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. The one rating that probably everybody wants to hear, and that is our gaffer, Arne Slot. Finally got some air, was able to breathe, rotated boldly. We spoke on that earlier. Trusted some of the new acquisitions to our team. Made some tough calls. And for the first time in weeks, Liverpool looked like a team with a relative plan. I don't know if this is redemption, but it's a step forward and maybe the most important one of the season because it's not a step backwards when we've been losing so many games. I'm going to give Arne Slot I'm going to give him an 8. I was going to give him a 7 because I'm still not overly impressed with everything he's done. But maybe that's a little bit of my bias, meaning that I would like to see him do some of the things that I would like to see this team do. But I'm going to give him an 8. Lee, what are you going to give Arne Slot?
Give him an 8, yeah. Give him some flowers, while they're there. Yeah, I thought he did well today. What he had to do, he did. He made the changes, and the changes worked. And as far as we got the points, have we turned a corner? It's hard to say yet, but he did. He did the business today. He did what we asked of him to make a few changes, and did that, and we got the points. So, well played, Arnie.
Mm-hmm. Nolate, back.
With Mr. Schlotter. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys with the point. Obviously, one thing I do rate is that he didn't play, but he didn't put Mo on at any time. Mo was not needed during the game. The way our players are playing, although I'm expecting better from West Ham because they've been in form. They made it a little bit easier for us. They didn't really offer that much, but credit to the team changes. You saw fruits of labours there. There's more to come, but it's just one game, and we need a run of games. Will we do it or not? That depends. So I will give Arne a 7.
Okay. Make sure I'm showing the ratings. I think these are his ratings. Nigel gave him a 9. 7 to 7.5 from Norm. 8 out of 10. Made a few calls that paid off. Shaky end to the game. Yeah. Us hanging on to that 1-0 lead, I was like, man, it's so bad when you got those pessimistic, ideas running through your mind of like, how are we going to screw this up, Armchair supporter said he'd go 8-2. Let's see. I think that's all. As Jimmy gave him a 7.5. He said steadied the ship a little bit. Yeah. Arne Slot. La. This game was a weird game. The Lucas Paqueta doing what Lucas Paqueta does. Sent off for dissent, obviously one yellow for complaining, then walk right back to the ref for more. That's like, I don't even understand that. If anything, if you want to be so demonstrative and you want to get another yellow just to prove your point, get subbed out first. And while you're walking off the pitch, maybe say it or something. Or while you're off the pitch, say it.
It'd make more sense, wouldn't it, than what he did? But it happens sometimes. Players just lose it, don't they? But the reason he lost it was bullshit. That was definitely a foul on Szoboszlai when he was pushed over, when he got to the ball. And for Bacasa to lose it over that, of all things.
I think he was looking for a reason to lose it.
Yeah.
I wonder too.
Silly boy.
I'd have to look it up. But I wonder if you're on, let's say you're on a yellow and you're being subbed off, but you're walking off the pitch and the substitute hasn't come on the pitch and you get another yellow. Let's say you're like walking by the referee and you say something and you get a second yellow for whatever you said while you're walking off the pitch. You're not off the pitch yet. Player hasn't come onto the pitch. You might jeopardize that player being able to be subbed in. Do you know if that's the case? Lee?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a weird scenario. I'd have to look it up and find out, or I'll text someone at FIFA and ask them.
Yeah, I don't think so, but yeah, you can check it out.
Because because technically the new player has not been subbed on to the pitch yet.
Mm.
So you're still, until you get off of the pitch, you're still that 11th man on the pitch.
Yeah, I think that is true. Yeah.
So until the other man, because like the other guy that's coming onto the pitch, until he gets onto the pitch, he's not a part of the 11. So if you're walking, like let's say you're walking off the pitch and you just happen to say, "Oh, that was a horrible call," or you're still arguing with the ref could give you a second yellow before you even make it off the pitch, even though you're getting subbed out. I think it's a red.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is in that case. Yeah, if you haven't left the pitch yet, and you're still there and you still do something. Yeah. In fact, it is. It makes sense. If the other player hasn't walked on yet, then
you would think, right?
Yeah, you're still under the requirement to not piss the ref off to a degree that he gets more cards out.
Mm-hmm. Songs 4K is saying the ref has to allow the substitution. Jimmy said, I would think it's a red, so no sub. Let's see. A manager's nightmare to have a player that indisciplined. It's very true. Allison was trying to calm him down. Don't do it. Like I know. Dude, that was weird, wasn't it? Did you guys see that? Like Ali was trying to calm Paqueta down. I was like, if he wants to have a go, have at it, bro. I was like, let him mouth off.
Yeah.
It's if it's our player, a different story. Then try to get him in, curtail that quick.
People who've been international teammates, whatever they do, sometimes like run into like for the international teammate, don't they, when they're playing against them? I've seen that before, trying to like calm them down when they're getting heated up. But sometimes it doesn't work. Anyway, it all went to our benefit anyway in the long run, didn't it? So
let's see 1 second. So it is saying, yes, a player can cause his team to go down to 10 man, even while being substituted if he is sent off before the substitution is complete. If a player is shown a red card during the process of being substituted, he is sent off and the team must continue with 10 players, provided they have used all available substitutions. So
interesting.
I think I have seen that before, where the player's been carded and the manager decided to take him off, but as he's going off, he carries on having a fit, and the ref
Yeah,
goes,
that's dangerous.
you know
yeah,
what? Yeah, have this then.
yeah,
I have
yeah,
seen that. So I've definitely seen it in one of them compilation videos. Like,
yeah. That would be wild. But if the other player had subbed on, and let's say he goes over to the fourth official and he's like, "Oh, he says something cheeky to the fourth official," and the fourth official tells the ref he could get, and then he gets, let's say, a red card because of that, or another yellow card for a red. It doesn't impact the team, obviously, but because the substitution is already completed, but it will impact them in the sense of he won't be available for the next game. So I thought that I was just thinking about it because I was thinking, like, if you're going to mouth off to like he was asking for it, if you're going to mouth off, then all right, you got a yellow card. If anything, Nuno should be able to see that his head is completely lost. You know what I mean? And he needs to get him out of the game because he's going to either go reckless into a challenge, possibly get another yellow, if not a straight red, and have like a 3-game man batch instead of a 1-game man batch. That's just my perspective of it, at least. All right, let's see what else anyone was saying about any of the other stuff. But it's good. It's good to be out of the. We're not out of the woods yet, but it's at least good to know that there are some breadcrumbs to follow, maybe. Sunderland's going to be a very difficult game for us. I think Sunderland, even though it's at home, I think Sunderland's going to certainly look to. I think they're going to look to do something in that game. I think most teams this season have seen the fact that we are vulnerable, and yes, maybe your West Ham doesn't necessarily take advantage of that at home. But obviously, we've had some teams that should not be challengers at all, and yet still they came up with some good results. And I'm trying to think of who we're going to have to actually see. Yeah, you look at that Sunderland team, and you got to remember that Sunderland team is the same Sunderland team that held. Didn't they play Arsenal to a draw, right?
They
Yes,
did,
no?
yeah. They got a draw off Arsenal, Sunderland, but that was up in Sunderland.
Right, that's true. Very true.
And they're going to a good comeback on Saturday, 2-0 down against Bournemouth and beat them 3-2.
Yeah, that was surprising too, because they were down in that game 2-0, and then they battled back to win that game.
We've got a real job on our hands to beat them. That's why I'd like to see Joe continue at right back for the second game, and I'd like to see Szoboszlai continue where he is, Wirtz continue where he is. Just that the team stay the same and try and get the same results. Try and be compact, and not give anything away. And try and get the all-important first goal as we did today, which we've been lacking a lot of late. Getting the first goal, it makes a hell of a difference if you can get your nose in front rather than going behind in games. Yeah, and hopefully we can do that again against Sunderland. God knows we need it.
Lee, did Slot just save his job with this performance, or is this still temporary oxygen?
Yeah, it's a temporary. He's gonna carry on now from here. One result won't save his job, but he's gone the right way about saving it by turning things around. briefly. It's a shame maybe then that we don't have a few more days in between the games so we can get them on the training pitch as well.
We've got
sort of complaining about that.
I think
But anyway,
four games in 12, by the way.
Yeah,
I think we
it's
have
a tough
4 games in
ask.
12 days.
Yeah, it's a tough ask, Sunderland, but we're at home. Yes, we've just lost 2 home games, but we can do it. I know we can do it. We've just got to get, a performance like today where we take the heat off the defence better, which we did today, and and try our best to keep another clean sheet, because I'm sick to the back teeth of conceding goals here, there, and everywhere. Today was such a shot in the arm in that respect. Not just scoring 2 goals. We've scored goals in some of the games we've lost, but getting a clean sheet was massive today. And it's not the greatest West Ham side. Yeah, I'll grant you that. He's only just took over Nuno, but you can only beat what's in front of you. And I wouldn't say really they were that much worse a team than Forest, West Ham, when you analyse like the
I agree with that completely.
11,
I agree with that completely.
11 players. So hey, let's just hope it is a turning point this time. I'm not going to predict it is, because I tried that before with other results. But I'm hopeful. I'll say that much. I'm hopeful now.
Okay. I have this question up because I wanted to find out who you guys think was your man of the match. I know Bonker said he wasn't impressed with the game today, but Wirtz did good. Gomez was his man of the match. For Dara, Gakpo, a goal and an assist. He was his man of the match today. Who was your man of the match? I'll agree with you. We'll talk about it in a second. Songs 4K. Songs 4K's got Mr. yeah. Mr. G.A. Akpo, G.A. Akpo. I wanted to call out some. There's a content creator that calls Cody Gakpo or something stupid like that. I wanted to ask him what he felt about Cody today. He was not happy about Cody's performance at all. But Norm says Virgil gets his man of the match. Interesting. Fantasy football gave the 3 bonus points to Cody. Yeah, Cody would have been good for those that play fantasy football. I do not have the player. Oh, wow. But no, I won't get any points for him, really. I'm one of the few people that have been sticking with Florian Wirtz all season, and I'm hopefully he'll start to connect. Hopefully he'll start to connect for us, or for us and for me in fantasy football. All right, so Lee, who'd you say was your man of the match again?
I will give it to Wirtz today.
Wirtz, okay. Nalate, who's your man of the match?
I would be biased, but I was impressed. Even though he didn't get he just needed to go this.
You can say Gomez if that's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I was, but I'm going to give it to the guy. And I didn't get a goal, GA, but we had an excellent performance. Just that's the only thing that was missing. Wirtz, best game by far for us. Best game.
Night, Lee. Big up. Hope that your health is getting better.
Night,
it's good.
Definitely. Sleep well. Definitely get some of those Z's in so that you can recuperate. So wait, so Lee gave it to Wirtz. Who'd you give it to? I'm sorry, Lante. I got sidetracked.
You done a Lee on me. Wirtz. I want to say Flo. I'll say Flo.
I want to say I want to go with Cody because I thought Cody had a good game. I thought Cody was net was there when we needed him, which is he got the assist, he got the goal, which are all bottom line, the important parts of it. Other parts of the game, I understand he was kind of like ghost or wasn't the quality that we want from Cody. But maybe that's because he's maybe that's because he's still trying to figure out if he's a winger or an inside forward or something. Maybe like Malate said.
Or maybe Cody had a Mo Salah game.
Oh, I think he completely did.
Yeah.
Completely had a Mo Salah game. That's what. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Best way to put it. Other than that, big game against Sunderland. We'll have a preview of it. Tomorrow we're going to talk about is this the beginning of the era of a Salah-less era? Scary to think. I'm going to give this audience poll real quick. I'm going to give you an audience poll. Let's see what you guys think. I wanted to see what you felt was the most important here. What was out of these four real quick? What was I know no poll dancers here. I don't think Dara's still with us, so I thought I'd bring up a poll because I know he hates polls. Which was what do you think mattered the most in this match? Isak's first Premier League goal for Liverpool, obviously. Wirtz dominating the midfield. Gomez returning at right back, or Slot's bold lineup decisions. Big up the real R2F. He's going Isak for him. Mo Salah, Mo Blues. That is true. Red Armchair supporter is going to go Slot's lineup decisions. Okay, that's one vote for each. Malante, you got a vote in here?
I guess I'll go with the Slot bold lineup decisions.
Okay. All right. I thought it would have been Gomez for you. Okay.
Yeah, I just think
I'm not trying to influence you. Yeah, I'm not trying to sway your.
I know. No, I know. I'm just being fair.
Oliver James says the slot machine. Okay. Slot's bold lineup decisions was for Oliver. How about for you, Lee? Out of these four, what would you say is the most important? What mattered the most in this game?
For me, it was Slot's lineup decisions to change it, to drop Salah, to bring Joe back in, to bring Wirtz back in as well was a bold decision, and it worked. So, that was the thing for me. But Isak's first Premier League goal was important. Although he has scored for us before, I'm hoping it sets him off now. And I'm hoping that Sunderland are his next victims at the weekend.
Yeah. See if anyone else gave an answer in this here.
Oh, sorry, Sunderland's midweek, innit? The Sunderland match.
It is. It's in 3 days.
Yeah. Well, I have Sunderland as next victims
Wednesday.
and then Leeds after that.
Which is kind of interesting because, you don't get that many Wednesday games that are they're not like, it's not like it's a FA Cup or it's not a League Cup game or something like that. It's just a Wednesday game, midweek.
Under the lights, we've got to do it. Under the lights. Basically, all them first three things for me come from the first thing, which was bold lineup decisions. So getting the other three things were all a result of that. And hopefully he's bold enough to stick with that team against Sunderland. And then Leeds, if possible, I'd stick with the same lineup against Sunderland and Leeds and see if we can get the same result again. Why not?
Yeah, good luck.
I'm not crying for anybody in particular to get back in the team here who was dropped. As much as I like all our players, all the lads, like, I just want us to win, and I think hopefully the best chance of doing that again in quick succession is to keep the same side that performed well.
Yeah. Look, there's going to be it's going to be interesting. I don't think there's going to be a lot of different twists and turns this season. Arsenal are now dealing with a mini crisis. I don't know if it's a crisis or not, but a mini crisis with the fact that this is the first time Saliba and Gabriel have not been in their lineup since last year, which was like the last game of the season when it didn't even matter any longer because the league was already wrapped up. But they're going to have to fight and hope to hold on to their top spot. It's going to be an interesting year. Very interesting year. So before we wrap up here, we're already at the 2-hour mark. Time went quick. I thought it was only an hour and a half. It's been 2 hours, 2 hours and 6 minutes. Anything you want to say to people before we bounce out and enjoy the spoils of our win? Lee?
Yeah, just keep the faith as we have been doing. Although it's been really trying times, and people have been losing their minds a bit. Everyone's allowed a certain amount of license in that respect, to lose your mind a bit over your team misfiring so badly. But you've got to just keep a bit of hope, haven't you? We've got a lot of good players, and hopefully the manager can turn things around, and at the very least keep himself in the job for the near future until someone else is on the horizon. Because we've talked this to death, haven't we? About who is there out there right now who could take Arne's place, and there just isn't a whole stack of names, is there? So, we've got to just hope that Arne is turning it around because he's our manager, and whatever your thoughts are against him keeping hold of the job in the long term, you've got to back him for now, and even if you don't even like him anymore, like some people don't, just carry on backing him, and hoping that he'll get it right.
Yeah. I've said it time and time again. Look, Arne Slot isn't necessarily the coach that he's not the coach that I would necessarily want, but he is the coach that we have. So therefore he's the coach that we need to get this right. And as long as that's the case, I'm going to back him, and I'm not going to, hope that he loses so that we can. I've heard people say, I hope that he loses. I'm like, you're saying you hope that we lose. That's not a healthy place to be. Just to get a coach out. He's like, I hope that we lose. And I'm like, that's not a good place to be. So he's in our folklore that he is. Oh, I saw the banner. I saw the, how they do the Reds banner, and they make it similar to the, Soviet Union one. His face is in the banner now because he's someone that's won us. He's won us a Premier League.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, I always did like them banners. They look quite good. Them to use the old Soviet ones that they used to have. All the different the other good ones. Then.
Yes, give me 1 second. I'll share it with you guys in a second. Give me 1 second. I shall share it. I'll show you what I'm talking about, at least, so that people can understand what it is, and then we're going to bounce out here. Let me get this. It was on my phone, so I got to do a quick transfer, and or at least I don't even know if I have to do it that way, but I just did it that way anyway. Tell me what you guys think of this graphic. I thought it was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I've just had a look at that now. The one with Arne added to it that you put up. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm. I mean, look, Rafa's in there.
Do you know what? My eyes deceived me for a minute. I actually thought Jurgen Klopp was Alex Ferguson for the second in between Rafa and Arne. What's this?
No.
I'll have to put my other glasses on.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Put your other one, mate. Put these on.
Yeah.
He looked a little bit like Bloody Fergie for a minute.
Glasses need a shine or something.
Exactly.
Oh man. This is what Norm's saying. I don't think he's in this one, to tell you the truth. Tom Watson, that's a great shout, considering he's the man who started it all pretty much for us. But it was probably tough enough to get all of them on there as is.
Red armchair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she can be at the front of that. Bringing out the likes of K-Mac.
Horrible human centipede.
Jamie Phillips. Rams, Don Hassan. All of them. Yeah.
But I guess, yeah. Do you think Julier should be on there?
It's hard, isn't it? Julier only winning the cups.
Yeah, just not the big ears and the league.
He didn't. Yeah,
but
exactly.
won 5 trophies in 1 year. He got us, at the time back to winning trophies again.
But he won a Super Cup.
Yeah, he won everything. Yeah, he just didn't win the the big two. That's all.
Yeah.
Rafa gets in there by dint of winning the Champions League, even though he didn't win the league, he gets in there for getting us the Champions League, doesn't he? And making us feel good again.
He did win a treble. That's a good shout.
No. Oh no, we've been to nice 5 trophies in 1 year.
I loved Gerrard. He was great. Yeah, it was 5 because we also, we won the small. I think I remember the Charity Shields win over United that season after the treble season. Then when the season started again 1-2, there was this United fan in one of my locals around there giving it the large, and I was having a laugh like banter and making my brother laugh and that, making the fools shut up a bit But good memories.
Yeah, because he's won more than Rafa.
Oh, Julier?
Yeah, meaning silverware. Not necessarily,
really.
maybe not in, obviously, Rafa winning the Champions League is huge.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's won more. Yeah, that's true.
He's won more than Rafa.
Yeah. One thing I hate about us is that when we get to finals, it's always pens. Most times they're 10. And exciting. I get annoyed by that. I'd rather us just win the game in just normal time. It's just clear.
It'd be nice. But that sucks because most teams play a different. They rather
the final.
They rather play it out to try to get to final. Sometimes just to get to penalty kicks.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Kind of wild.
Yeah.
All right. Well, 5 cups and two captains. So that's what Songs 4K is talking about.
That's
nearly died managing us, and it did affect him. Definitely did.
2002. Yeah, he was never the same again. He's never the same again. Yeah, so. But yeah.
He won it all. I get it. I didn't make this banner, so don't yell at me about the banner.
Exactly.
We can redo it. We can redo it. Maybe, I mean, like, who knows? Maybe he was on there and they just replaced him by putting Arnie on there. I don't know. We'll work on the. Let's first work on the Tom Watson campaign. Then how about that?
Yeah. No, speak about it. We'll make a campaign. Let's go.
Yeah. There you go.
That song, Norm, our cup song for 77 that you mentioned, We're Gonna Do It. The name made me laugh a bit. The names of footy songs were always funny, but that one I don't know before my time.
We're gonna do it.
Was the Charity Shield originally called the Sheriff of London Charity Shield?
Nope.
I think so.
Nope.
But I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think London ever has a sheriff. I don't think we have them in this country.
Well, no, I just looked up Tom Watson in 1906, 1907. He won the Sheriff of London Charity Shield. I was just wondering what that was.
Oh, bloody hell. Don't know.
Mate, I don't know. Maybe
It's Sheriff of London. Yeah.
Sheriff of London. I mean, who knows, mate? Maybe went to London, met a sheriff, and it was game for the honour of the Sheriff of London. Who knows, mate? Against Woolwich Arsenal. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. We'll see what it looks like. Got this one. The Sheriff of London Charity Shield, also known as the Dewar Shield, DEWAR Shield.
Doesn't sound too appetizing if it was the Dower or Doer.
Dower,
yeah.
Sounds like a miserable affair, doesn't it? Like,
what's the meaning of the Dewar Shield?
It was a football competition played annually between the best amateur and best professional club in England. Though Scotland amateur side Queen's Park also took part in
amateur at that time. Yeah.
Professional side was either the Football League champion or FA Cup winner from the previous season, while the amateurs were usually represented by Corinthians, a renowned amateur side of that time.
Interesting.
Sheriff of London. There you go. Little history for you guys. Talk about your team. You could say, way back when, I remember when we used to win the Sheriff of London. There you go. All right, people. We are going to bounce out here. We're going to get that episode ready for you and for you tomorrow. This is a big episode, people. This is what do we do with the next era of our football club? Nolante, last but not definitely not least, Lee got to say his parting words. What would you like to say before we bounce out?
Yeah, pick up in the chat. Norm, Wiz Kids, Red Armchair, all of you, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Keep saying, guys, let's grow this channel, man. Tor putting the hard work, man. He's been back and forth, man. He's been lying at hospital beds eating grapes. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. You gotta give Quill a chance, man. Hey, stop eating grapes for no reason, man. We need the concierge, man. Let's go, man. Big up you guys. You're low people in the chat, and you're good people to talk to, whether we agree or disagree. I mean, I'm not going to name names on other channels, and obviously for purposes beyond my control. But yeah, man. Big up everyone. We've won a game. I mean, it's just a start. I'm not getting carried away. I'm just like, yeah, but we need to win the next two. I don't care how well Sunderland are playing. We should be beating Sunderland at least 9 times out of 10. Because otherwise, if it's a draw or whatever, then we know what's going to happen. So it's up to Slot. I'm curious to see what he does in the next game. Is he going to keep, or is he going to just what's the word? Is he going to keep the same, or is he just going to just give in and just say, all right, yeah, I'm back in. So. This is Scott's Minerals. He done well today, but let's see. But big up for everyone. And I will say, Auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, arrivederci, au revoir. Goodbye.
All right. Just trying to put up there. Thank you for your kind words, Norm. Doing our best to try to show the true Reds character as best we can. Having some civil dialogue. We don't always agree. We actually seldom agree. Okay, but we still are able to vocalize our thoughts clearly. Not try to talk over each other. And we get definitely us involved in I think, a more civilized conversation, to be honest with you. It is disappointing to see some of our brethren out there, using some terms and some words for our fellow Reds, because that's what they are. Even though they're the players, we still see them as a fellow Red, as part of the Reds family. And sometimes some of the words they use are a little bit over the line, if not way over the line. So we appreciate the core of the chat. We'd appreciate always the absolute professionalism of the panel. And we're trying to do our best, man. Try to do our best to bring you something worth waiting around to see or participate in. So that's that. All right. So we will get up tomorrow. I'm going way over. So before I go too far over the line here, I'm going to say up the Reds each and every time, and definitely the best to everyone out there. Big up and blessings to each and every one of you. And we will see you tomorrow. Take care.